What's good? It's the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. One time for the one time. Y'all know what the business is. We grinding, we working, putting in that work like nobody else can do. All right. And we talk about the fighters of the day, the fighters of yesterday. All right. And I heard 7-8 today say on Trill Boxing Talk. He was talking about if that's the case, him and Fred was going back and forth. About I guess I didn't even catch. I'm just going off what he said about fighters. I guess Fred is telling the fans to be in a fighter's shoes and actually put the tax on the body, hit the bag, and fight more than 2 times a year. And they say 2 times a year is good enough. It's hard to keep yourself in shape. All the things these fighters lacking in doing today, which we'll run down the video. You know what I'm saying? And if this is the case, which I'll run it down right now. Which is, if fighters only can fight 2 times a year because it's 2 taxes on their body. If they can't stay in shape in between fights, it's 2 taxes on their body. Well, if they can't fight the best or fight elite competition more than 1 or 2 times, if they can't fight elite competition 2 times a year, if they only going to fight 2 times a year, then wow, it's not a discussion. You know what I'm saying? And I got to sign with Don Turner. You know what I'm saying? And Don Turner is the guy that be with John David Jackson and the black guy that was, I think, doing the strength and conditioning for Kovalev. And there's no way that these fighters today, if this is all the case, there's no way that these fighters today, dealing with a toothache, these fighters today are better than the fighters of yesterday, in the 80s, the 50s, the 60s. No way. I mean, Sugar Ray Robinson had over 120 fights or somewhere near there. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? Took all that time off and was laid off, came back and fought George Foreman. You hear Ali take 7 tune-up fights before George Foreman, 3 tune-up fights. He was on the shelf for quite some time, a couple years, right? You didn't hear that. You didn't hear Sugar Ray Robinson complaining about fighting like 10 or 20 times a year. So you telling me, like 7-8 said, you telling me that with the advanced technology today, with advances in medical, with advances and with bigger, stronger, faster athletes, with more durable athletes, I would guess. Like I said, with advanced medical, with advanced medicine, with advanced strength and conditioning, with just not running on concrete, was killing your bones. You know what I'm saying? With all these new gloves to protect your hands, with these new wraps, with all these new rules, the new commission, all these new boxing shoes, these new leg warmers that keep your legs loose. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff, man, all these high technology, masses that people wearing on, this snack stuff. All these new vitamins these dudes taking. All these running underwater so it won't mess up your joints. All this new strength and conditioning they got doing. All this new methodology of making weight and putting a weight on. No same day weigh-ins. They don't have to face none of the barriers that the old fighters had to face. And you telling me these dudes still need to be babied? And then it's no contest. The fighters of yesterday, which most people already know, is way better than the fighters today. It's not a contest. It's not even up for debate. If these dudes, if boxing is so physically taxing that these dudes are complaining or just happy to fight 2 times a year, complaining about fighting 3 or 4 times a year, then what are we talking about? It's nothing to talk about. If these dudes can't stay in shape year round and they complain about how taxing it is to work out every day, to train every day, to hit the bag a little bit every day in between fights and to keep your weight down, it's nothing to talk about. Roberto Duran blew up to 180, 200 pounds before a fight. Got it down. Some of these fighters did the same day weigh-in. That means the day of the fight, they weighed in and had to make weight. And a few hours later, or 8, 9, 10 hours later, they had to fight. The way it was set up back then, where you had to fight 6, 7 times a year, these fighters wouldn't even chose the sport of boxing. Allegedly you got Fred out here saying that the fans need to live the fighter lifestyle, they need to do this and that. No, we didn't sign up to be the fucking boxer. If we did, we'd be fucking boxing. You know what I'm saying? We would. At the end of the day, we're the consumer. The media, we are the consumer. We are the promoters and consumers. Everybody is. Media, audience, new media, old media. You're the consumer and you're the promoter. You know what I'm saying? And that's like the NBA going down to 42 games a year. Oh, 82 games too taxing. Oh, man, did you know the NBA, it wasn't even no charter planes? They was crying about 82 games a year too. These dudes was taking buses from California or commercial flights from California to New York for games. On commercial flights, you had 20 dudes from a team on a commercial flight. 20 dudes on a bus. Wasn't no charter planes. I believe the Detroit Pistons was the first organization who had a charter plane. These athletes today are not better than the athletes of yesterday. They softer. You know what I'm saying? They really, really softer. When you equate everything that the boxer yesterday went through, where they had to fight, I'm not saying they didn't have their share of bum fests or mandatory fights, but when you fight 6-7 times a year, 4 or 5 times a year, you deserve that. You earn that right. You fight 2 times a year, and every 3 fights, it's a good fight. So you're taking a whole year of bum bashing, mandatories, and tune-ups when it's elite fights out there to be made. No, ain't nobody going for that. Ain't nobody going for that, family. Nobody. So I don't want to hear a debate about that no more, man. It's no debate. Fighters yesterday is better than fighters today. Easily. Easily. It just don't make no sense. These guys are gaining weight, complaining, fighting 2 times a year. You know what I'm saying? They happy. These dudes had to scrap and claw for a paycheck, but you know what it is? The money in the game. All these white collars got in the game. All these businessmen people got in the game. And when you put money in the game and white collars in a poor man's sport, even the poorest of the men's sports like boxing, it could turn that mother sucker out. It could turn that sucker out. And that's what it did to boxing. The money made boxing soft. It made a caveman sport into a prima donna sport. You know what I'm saying? You got guys walking around here, talking about, oh, anybody concerned for my health going to a fight? Nobody concerned about me. You got guys turning on $50 million. You got guys, telling the fans to go fight other champions. You got Fred. No offense to Fred, much respect to him, but you got Fred saying the fans need to, live a boxer's lifestyle and work out. If we wanted to do that, we would be boxers, but we not. We the consumer, and if the consumer don't consume, then the boxers don't thrive. You know what I'm saying? They signed up for this. This is what they do to pay their bills. We do what we do to pay our bills. You don't see us saying, well, Golovkin should come drive a high-low at my job and put stuff up. Well, Golovkin need to go, stock the shelves, or Golovkin need to go pave the roads. Nobody say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody say that. So it sounds stupid now, don't it? It sounds real, real stupid. But like I said, y'all continue to harp on this shit, man. But y'all know what the business is. It's Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. We grinding. We in this hole, man. Doing what we does. And yeah, man, if you want to join the Boycott Group, like I said, I'm doing it my way. Shout out to Black Fight Fan. I feel what he's saying, not talking about it, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my part to take the viewership away, because even if we don't talk about it, it's a thing called buyer's remorse. And I've been a product of buyer's remorse. I ain't going to pay for that pay-per-view. I ain't going to watch that shit. You watch it at the last minute. So I'm giving an outlet where you don't have to do buyer's remorse or viewer's remorse. You go ahead, come up to the Boycott Group. We're going to stream the fight. We're going to stream the whole card. We're going to rock out and have a nice little thread and a nice little chop up. You'll be able to chop it up in the comment section. No decabs, no racist, man. It's just us banding together, watching the fight together. But don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter as well. If you want to donate the PayPal link, and we're going to start up that podcast right again. So make sure you check out the first 11 episodes, the link in the description. S210 College Sports Most Wanted. We're doing work over there for college football and basketball needs, but y'all know what it is. LDBC.